In Metcalfe, Joe Duttine was taken aback in tonight's Coronation Street when he picked up a customer he recognized. The local cabbie was hard at work when he got a fare from a woman called Trisha Pinkerton, Anita Booth, and it was clear from the outset that she recognized him. Though it took Tim a while to place her, he eventually realized that she was someone he knew very well in his younger years. By the end of his shift, Trisha had long been forgotten, and Tim returned #me to Sally Metcalfe, Sally Dinver, ready to celebrate their anniversary. However, having visited a downcast Kevin Webster, Michael LaVie #LL, earlier in the day, Sally put pause to their anniversary pla #NS and instructed Tim to have a drink with his friend. After some time chatting to his neighbors in the Rovers, he was surprised to spot Trisha at the bar. When she waved at him, it sparked all sorts of questions from his mates, forcing him to explain that they'd known each other a long time before he headed over to catch up with her. On his return, he revealed that they had once been in a relationship, which again led to more questions. While it was mostly light-hearted banter from the likes of Kirk Sutherland, Andrew Wymant, and Tyrone Dobbs, Alan Helsall, the situation struck a nerve with Kev, who was #ently dumped by wife Abi Webster, Sally Carmen. Short-tempered Kevin sharply reminded Tim that he had a wife at home, before scolding him for spending his anniversary chatting up another woman. The conversation got so heated that barmaid Gemma Winter, Dolores Campbell, had to intervene, and in turn revealed the news about Ashay. This put things into perspective for the men, who quickly got the conversation back on track, sinking a few more beers in the process. By the time Tim finally got home, Sally had already eaten her anniversary dinner, and was furious at Tim's #diness. Things only got worse when he let slip that he had been speaking to Trisha. Sally demanded to know who he was, and Tim explained she was someone he used to date. This sent Sally over the edge, as she pointed out how he'd miss their romantic anniversary meal to get drunk with an ex-girlfriend. When Sally spelled it out to him, Tim realized how bad it sounded, but was still taken aback when she demanded he sleep on the sofa. In upcoming SCNS, things will take a darker turn as the true relationship between Tim and Trisha comes to Lee #GHT. When Tim reminisces to Brian Packham, Peter Gunn, about his time with Trisha in the 1980s, he shocks him by revealing that he was just 14 years old, while she was 20. Brian is quick to point out that Tim was groomed, but Tim defends Trisha when Brian confronts her about her behavior. When Sally finds out, she agrees with Brian, and explains to Tim that what happened to him was sexual abuse. Will Sally and Brian be able to help Tim realize who Trisha really is?